Hello student, let's start operating system. Next topic is CPU scheduler. Let's start CPU scheduler. Scheduling is mainly three types. First type is long-term scheduler. The long-term scheduler is also known as a job scheduler. It chooses the process from the pool or secondary memory and it keeps them into the ready queue to maintain the primary memory. Long-term scheduler mainly controls the degree of multiprogramming. A purpose of a long-term scheduler is the choose of perfect mix of IO bond and CPU bond process among to the process present in pool. If the job scheduler choose the more IO bond process and then all the jobs may reside in the blocked state all the time, the CPU will remain idle most of time. Okay, next topic, next type of CPU scheduling is a short-term short-term scheduler. Short-term scheduler is also known as a CPU scheduler. It selects one job from ready queue and dispatch to the CPU for execution. A scheduling algorithm is used to select which job is going to the dispatch for the execution. The job of the short-term scheduler can be very critical in the sense that if it is select to job whose CPU bus time is very high, then all jobs after that will have to wait in ready queue for the long time. In this problem, it's called as starvation, which may arises in short-term scheduler makes some mistake while the selecting job. Third types is medium-term scheduler. Medium-term scheduler take care of a swapped out process. If the running state process need to some IO times for the completion, then there is a need to change its state from running to state from running to waiting. Medium-term scheduler is used to this for this purpose. It removes the process from running state to another to make room for another processes. Okay. Next topic is type of scheduling criteria in operating system. Which criteria in operating systems for the scheduling? There are the five types. First one is CPU utilization. The main objective of any CPU scheduling algorithm is keep the CPU is busy as possible. Theoretically, CPU utilization can range from 0 to 100%, but in real-time system, it varies from 40 to 90% depending on the load of upon the system. Okay. Next one is a throughputs. It the measure of work done by the CPU in each number of process begin executed and completed per unit time. This is called as a throughput. The throughput may vary depending on the length of or duration of this process. Okay. Next, turnaround time for particular process. An important criteria is how long it takes to the execute that process. The time elapsed from the times of the submission of the process to the time of completion is known as a turnaround time. The formula of turnaround time is equal to completion time minus arrival time. Then next, waiting time. What is a waiting time? Waiting time. The scheduling algorithm does not affect it to the time required to complete process. Once it start execution, it only affected waiting time a process. That is the time spent by the process waiting in ready queue. For example, this is a formula of waiting time. How calculate the waiting time? Turnaround time minus bus time is equal to waiting time. Okay. Next, response time. And interact with the system. Turnaround time is not the best criteria. Not the best criteria. Process may produce the some output fairly early and continue computing the new result while the previous result are being output of a user. Thus, another criterion in the time taken to the submission of a process in request until to the process response is produced. This measurement is called as a response time. Response time is equal to CPU allocation time. When the CPU was allocated for the firstly in this process is CPU allocation time and minus to arrival time. This is formula of a response time. CPU allocation time minus arrival time is equal to response time. Okay. Then completion time. Completion time is time when process stop executing, which means that the process has completed its burst time and it completely executed is called as a completion time. And priority. If the operating system assign priorities to the process, the scheduling mechanism should favor to the higher priority process. This is called as a priority. What is a non-preemptive scheduling and preemptive scheduling? There are the two types of scheduling: is a non-preemptive and preemptive. Here learn about the we see the non-preemptive scheduling. In this method, that may use to when process terminated or switches from the running to waiting stage, when processor are assigned to process. They keep the process until to eliminate or reaches to the waiting state. When processors start the process execution, it must complete to before executing of the another process and it may not be interrupted in the middle way. This is called as a non-preemptive. Once process enter to the running state, its state is not deleted from the scheduler until to the process is finishing or executing. Finishing its service time, it's called as non-preemptive scheduling. Advantages of non-preemptive scheduling here. First, it is easy to implement and use this scheduling. It is easy to implement and use. Process get execute based on their priority. So process their which priority higher get execute first, which serve to time. It's suitable for applications for with resources requirement and fluting times. Next one is non-preemptive disadvantages. It has the computing overhead when the system is a crash. Almost the process which is with low priorities get lost. Higher process take lot of time. Then the lower priority process may strive and get to the postponed. Based on priority, it may leave some low priority process for a longer time. This is disadvantages of a non-preemptive. First, non-preemptive first algorithm is FCFS. That means first come first serve scheduling. Conway effect phenomena which occur the scheduling algorithm named first come first serve. The first come first serve scheduling algorithms occur in a way non-preemptive way. Non-preemptive scheduling is a term of operating system, means that the central processing unit CPU will be the completed dedicate till the end of the process or job started first, and the new process or job is executed only after finishing the older process or job. This is because the first come first serve scheduling non-preemptive approach, the process or jobs are chosen the serially order. Okay. Advantages of FCFS, that means first come first serve CPU scheduling. Okay. In order to allocated process, it uses to the first in come first out queue. The FCFS scheduling process is the straightforward and easy to implement. In FCFS situation preemptive scheduling, there is a no chance of process driving. As there no consideration of a process priority, it is an the equal algorithms, equitable algorithms. Then disadvantages of FCFS. Okay, FCFS is FCFS scheduling algorithm has a long waiting time. FCFS CPU scheduling favors CPU over input and output operations. In FCFS, there chance to the occurrence to the convey effect, because FCFS is straightforward. It is often is not very effective. Expanded waiting periods go hand to the hand with this. All other orders, if left idle, is the CPU busy processing in one time consumer order. Short-term job. Next, non-preemptive types algorithm is a shortage job first. SJF scheduling. We are scheduling the process according to their arrival time. However, FJF scheduling algorithm schedulers is a processor according to their bus time. In FJF scheduler, the process with lowest bus time along the list of available process in ready queue, this is going to the execute next. Advantages of SJF: maximum throughputs, minimum average waiting and turnaround time. Disadvantages of SJF is may suffer with the problems of starvation, and it is not implementable because it extract bus time for a process cannot known in the advance. Okay, what is preemptive scheduling? Preemptive scheduling method that may be used when the process switching from running state to ready or from the waiting state of a ready state. The resources are assigned to process a particular time, then remove it. Resources still have remaining CPU bus time to process play back the ready queue. The process remains the ready queue until this given chance to the execute again. Next, preemptive advantages. Preemptive scheduling advantages. It is a more robust method because the process may not the monopolize the processor. Each event occur the interruptions in the execution ongoing to tasks. It improve the average response time. Okay, and disadvantages. It require to the use of limited computational resources. It takes more time of suspending or executing process, switching the context and dispatching the new incoming process. Types of algorithm in use to the preemptive. There are also two types, from priority scheduling and second one is the round robin. First we see the priority scheduling algorithm. In this priority scheduling, there is a priority number assigned to the each process. In some system, the lower the number, the higher the priority, while in other the higher number the number is higher will be priority with priority. The process with higher priority among to the available process is given CPU. There are also two types of priority scheduling existing. First one is the preemptive priority scheduling, and second one is a non-preemptive priority scheduling. And second one is a round robin algorithm in use to the preemptive scheduling. Round robin CPU scheduling is the most important CPU scheduling algorithm which is ever used to the history of CPU scheduling algorithm. Round robin CPU scheduling use time quantum. The time quantum is something which is removed from the bus time and lets the chunk of the process to the completed. The time sharing is the main emphasis of the algorithm. Each step of algorithms is carried out to the cyclic the system defined as a specific time slice known as a time quantum.